Yo, you're listening to BGKO.
What's the deal, man? This is BG Knocc Out from BG Knocc Out TV. I'm here with my lovely cousin.
Lavish. What's up?
What's happening? What's the deal? We got two guests in the house. Got little bro Pakk and we got True. What's happening, man? How y'all doing?
Man, blessed.
Gucci?
Appreciate you.
Well, this episode, I want to get into kind of what we see going on right now on the internet, which is a lot of self-snitching. You know what I mean? People committing crimes and then getting on these podcasts and speaking about the crimes they commit. And now they facing RICO charges and this and that. You know what I mean? So how y'all feel about that?
A whole lot of it out there, man. Just people get online and feel like, you know what I'm saying, they need to portray a certain image.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I guess it's because there's been so many fakes out there that, you know what I'm saying, rap about a certain thing. So when you're a rapper and you really about that, you want to prove that you really are. But you ain't even thinking, you know what I'm saying, just like the fans are watching, the feds is watching too. You
Absolutely.
Know what I'm saying?
What you say, Pat?
Shut the fuck up. I ain't got nothing else to say. Shut the fuck up.
I feel like this. I feel like, look, if the D's come and get you, right, the detectives, if they come scoop you up for a murder, a robbery or something, you gonna get in there and tell everything you did. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck up.
Why would you do it on national, international TV? Like,
I feel like it's like an initiation of some sort. I feel like these artists really are trying to be so real, you know, and it's like okay, let me actually.
Keeping it real goes wrong, huh?
That's
Pretty
exactly
much.
what that is. It's like the world's dumbest criminals.
Yeah,
That's what this is right now.
Though. You ain't got to run around and
Tell you
partake in all this extra internet shit.
Right.
And just get on there and just talk.
That's why I really don't like doing podcasts, bro. I'm honestly outside the box with this because I don't like talking too much. Because the more you talk, you end up putting your foot in your mouth. You know what I mean? And just as human beings, you know, we gonna contradict ourselves regardless. You know, just because we not perfect people. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of times when you tell stories and you telling about things, a lot of times you will embellish. You know, you'll make the story more grand than what it is. And embellishing is pretty much lying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you adding on and taking away, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just don't think it's wise.
Yeah, I mean, it is interesting. You know, a lot of these young people nowadays, as I say, because a lot of them are young.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of younger individuals that are doing this, or somebody that's just.
I see a lot of old dudes on here.
I think
now.
they're mad.
Don't blame it on the youngsters.
Now, that's what I was
There's a
gonna
lot
say.
of old fools out there too.
It is a lot of old fools out there that are mad, and they just don't. They forget. Like, it's like you're just caught up in the moment, and so you want to just vent.
Yeah.
And you vent too much about things you shouldn't be venting about.
I don't think the internet is the place for you to vent about crimes, though. Like, I don't understand that one. I really don't get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know.
I mean, unless you're trying to go to jail, I don't know.
I guess.
You might be trying to, like you
If they trying to go, I mean, you could just go knock on the door, you know, go knock on the station.
Nah, you still got to do
I'm
a crime
ready.
to get in. You know what I'm saying? So, shit.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I don't understand it.
I mean, most of it is the same dudes that's getting in the same circle. They all in the same circle talking about each other.
That's what I
I'm
see.
harder. Here go my paperwork. I got out the county. So what?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
For real. Shut up.
Yeah, man. It's like it just don't pay. It don't, you know. The only people I see getting paid for crime now is the snitches, the people that's working for them. You know what I mean? Everybody that's committing crime, they getting caught like this. As soon as you do something, you going straight to jail. Like, you might get away from the scene, but you gonna get caught down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to do crime in the digital age, man, when cameras is everywhere. They're in your cars, your phone. Siri can hear you talking, you know what I mean?
Siri can.
It just, you know.
And that's just the stuff we know.
That's just the stuff we know. That part. Ain't no telling, you know, a lot of people done got these shots and shit with all this metal in their body. We don't know if they put some micro cameras in. You know, they got nanotechnology.
Nanotech, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't know if you got nano cams in your body.
You talking about the COVID shot?
Yeah. But
I
all
didn't
the
get
shots
that.
though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People getting flu shots.
All the shots.
Oh, you don't know though. How do you know? You
In
ain't
the
a
food?
scientist.
You
You
really
ain't went down to no
ain't.
lab and checked what's
Speaking of
inside
which,
this shit. You
like,
don't know.
Like you say, nanotechnology. Have you noticed all the little blue lights they putting up everywhere too?
I ain't been peeping it.
Man, look around. They changing the lights. Now they like blue lights.
Like the street
Are
light.
you
yeah,
serious?
Like, why do you need that? Is that for nanotech? Like to
It
read
could
your
be.
body?
It could be.
Could be.
Facial recognition is already
That's
here,
already,
so
you know, we in Vegas. We know that's everywhere out here.
Go in Walmart.
Yeah.
You don't show find the fuck out.
Yeah, everybody's stealing in
I stay in the
Walmart. They
house.
stacking it up. Like, all
But
right,
you
all
know,
right.
they even got that. I know I seen this technology they got where they can look in your house, bro, from outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they can X-ray your
because
whole
of the
house.
because
You know what I'm saying?
the material they made out of the houses.
Yeah.
Because they used to make it with lead or something like
Right,
that,
right.
and that would hide, like, you know what I'm saying, protect you. But now
Not
they
no
switched
more.
all that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I don't know, man. I guess we all in a big ass movie or something. From what it seemed like, it's crazy. What else? What else, y'all?
So I actually wanted to just touch bases on what you were saying about this self-snitching thing, but also when it comes to just how people are addressing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How the courts are addressing it.
Yeah.
Because they did actually say that they were gonna start criminalizing people for their music. So it's
Yeah,
like
I seen that. Well, we
what-
seen that with Young Thug trial. They was using his music in the trial and stuff
Exactly.
like that. Yeah.
But my whole thing is, it's like, what do you think? Like when normally a
I don't
person
think that's
writes-
cool.
Yeah.
Because, you know, rap music is all bravado. It's all, most of it is, you know, some of it might have some real elements, but a lot of that stuff is there for art. You know what I'm saying? It's for the sake of art. And just like somebody that's on a movie, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, somebody who go and kill a whole city of people, Rambo, you know what I mean? Like, if you ain't gonna use that against them, I don't think you should use our art against us. That's just the way I feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't see how you can blend the
I
two
think the
together.
only difference
now, if
is-
you commit a crime and you really did what you said on the song,
Exactly.
and they can piece that together, that's on you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, that's on you just told on yourself, pretty much.
I think the only difference is if you really painting the picture in your song, just like if you made a movie,
Right.
and you paint the whole picture of how if OJ made a movie
About Nicole.
how he, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
then it's
then
like, oh, we
I
gonna
can
use
understand.
this. You admitted it,
Because
like.
the lady was with the, you know,
OJ
in
was
that
smart. He
spot.
came out and said after he got found out guilty that he did.
Well, he said
Well,
he said if I did do
If
it,
I
this
did
is how I would have did it.
like this. That's what he said. So
I
I
think
mean,
he was just trolling though.
But
Yeah,
to,
he probably
to
was
your
trolling.
point, California is the only place that I know that passed legislation that they can't use rap lyrics against you.
Okay.
when did they do that?
I think a few years back, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
While the trials was going on,
With the,
California did that, so they not gonna get you for that in Cali.
yeah.
They get
So
you for
damn,
everything
and they got to go
else.
record in
Right.
Cali just to put his music out, huh?
Yeah,
But yeah, how does that work? Like, if
That's
you
what I don't
recorded it in Cali, or if you live in Cali,
I don't know.
If you get convicted in Cali and then they try to bring that up, probably
Okay,
in that
probably.
jurisdiction of Cali, probably. So that's fine.
Yeah, I would say just don't do it. You know what I mean? That would be
Because it
my
takes
advice.
away the creativity. Because if you are a fictionated rapper and you want to actually get graphic with your lyrics, and it's a fake murder or fake however you breaking it down, it is kind of make people deter from wanting to be creative. You know what I'm saying? On
Yeah,
that
I don't
level,
think
if
they
that's how
should
you're-
involve. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a thin line between creativity and then telling when you did something. It's like, I don't know where that line is drawn at. You know? You know. So I
I mean,
mean,
because Eminem done killed everybody.
yeah.
Let's be real. His mama, he done drowned people.
Yeah, he
done
talking about
rolled
killing his
through,
own
like, think about it,
family
like,
or something.
just
He ain't
gotta-
got nobody out
Yeah.
there.
You just gotta make sure you kill people that ain't dead.
Right.
Maybe it's alive. You know? Haley,
Kill
she
people
cool.
that ain't dead. That's funny as hell.
Straight up.
That's crazy. So go ahead.
But, I'm excited. We got new mics and everything, so now we ain't, holding it, because I seen our comments. Shout out to the people that did give us a lot of comments and everything.
Oh yeah, we want all the feedback. You know what
all
I'm saying?
the
Anything to
feedback.
help us make ourselves better, we want it. So
Shout out to the
we
person
welcome
that
it all.
said, we had the guests are our guests are always welcomed here. So please hold your comments about our guests. Okay, don't say things like that. That's not nice.
I mean, I welcome all the criticism. I ain't gonna even lie.
Period.
Hey, somebody, Clee is outside. Somebody go see Clee out there. But I want to kind of get into True. What you got going on, man? I know you do music.
Yes, sir.
Tell the people where you from, where you come up at, and things like that.
I'm from North Hollywood, 818 Valley.
No,
you know what I'm saying, California. And you know what I'm saying, I'm a recording artist. Mess with Livewire out of the Bay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, just dropped an EP, King True. That's out. You know what I'm saying, 5 tracks. You know what I'm saying, I got another album just wrapping up. You know what I'm saying, should be dropping this summer. You know what I'm saying, just you know, trying to get in these movies, these TV shows.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I done got you in one. You owe me, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
man. We gonna keep it rocking too. You know
Nah,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure. What's up, Pakk? What you been doing, man?
Shit, man, just writing.
writing?
Staying out the way,
Yeah,
staying to myself. Like,
it's the best thing to
keeping
do.
my circle small. Not saying too much on this podcast.
Yeah.
But nah, just,
Don't do it, Packy.
I just dropped a video called Porn. It's on YouTube.
What is that about?
Yeah.
Man,
It's
Is
not
it
what it
ex-
says, right?
is it
Flash on
explicit?
God,
What
you
is
know
we?
what I'm saying? It's just, I was going through a lot of stuff, and it was on some like emotional, fuck everybody, just
Okay.
a vent,
Just
but
venting
it was a cool vent. You know, I'm like, it's cool, it's Compton, it's me.
Okay. Now, where can we find y'all music and y'all videos and stuff? Let them know y'all channels and, you know, y'all handles,
Where you guys
all y'all
can be
social
found.
media.
Go ahead, brother.
Well, you can find me shoot on all platforms. You know what I'm saying, and also IG. I am King True. You know what I'm saying. Facebook, TikTok, all that. You know what I'm saying.
What's
I am
up?
King True.
I am
That's
King
it.
True.
Pakk Heatt on IG, Coast to Coast mixtapes. Just got landed one of my songs on the soundtrack, Sunday Brunch. It's called Hop in the Coop. YouTube, like you say, DistroKid, all major platforms, iTunes, all that. Got 2 features with Knocc that's banging, doing pretty good.
Hey, man, say, man, you know what I mean? I added a
You know
little
what
flavor
I'm
to
saying? Banging
that.
West Coast, please go check those out.
Yeah,
You just keeping it West Coast, keeping it funky, that's all.
for sure. Now, how do y'all feel about the music? Well, when it comes to the West Coast, like what y'all feel about like the things that Kendrick is doing for us? You know what I'm saying? Like bringing us back to relevancy in music. What y'all think about that?
I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like we've consistently been at the forefront, whether they want to admit it or not. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It just hasn't been as much as in the past. You know what I'm saying? But we're definitely on top, and you know what I'm saying? It's good to see some of the younger cats get some shine.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying?
Yeah, well, for me, all I got to really say is Compton.
Yeah. He said it.
Compton.
He said it, man.
Do you guys think that he's like the next thing of Tupac?
Who, Kendrick?
Like keeping
He would be-
his message going and keeping his legacy going?
Yeah, Kendrick is a unique artist, man. It's dope to see somebody so young, so in touch with, you know, with hip hop the way he is. You can tell, you know, he was schooled right. Because it seems like a lot of people, they'll get into hip hop, but they don't know nothing about the legacy of it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't know where it started at, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
they just getting in, they not respecting the people who paved the way. It's like if you don't respect the people who laid this platform down for us, what type of person are you? You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't be eating off of this if it wasn't for the people that came before you.
Yeah.
And Kendrick is the type of person that, you know what I'm saying, as you can see, he shouts out all the people. Then he does music with the old school as well. He had MC8 on his first album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he went and found MC8 out of all people. You know what I'm saying? That's like going to find like
Luther
rest in
Vandross.
peace. Like what was his name from Compton? Mixmaster Spade, and I'm ready to rise. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He went back to the roots, and you know I appreciate things like that. You know what I mean? On the real.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Kendrick is the type of artist where he strategically takes his time with
Yeah.
his craft, and that's why I think we don't see him that quick.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So how do you guys feel like when it comes to certain projects that you guys do? Like, I'm just curious, like, do you really, truly, honestly try and monopolize like your next play on, like when it comes from one song to the next song to the next song and it all connects like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Like kind of like how Kendrick's is. Like
See, Kendrick, he's been afforded the opportunity of having real producers, right? So this is what a lot of young artists don't know. A lot of people that rap just know how to rap. They don't know nothing else about what goes into making a song, right?
Right.
So once you go in there and put your lyrics down, it's up to the producer to produce the record after that. He has to fill in all the gaps. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a beat, like if he got the wrong underbeat under there, they got to go and fix that. You know what I'm saying? To make everything sound right. Whatever little space and gaps is in there, they got to fill that up.
Right.
Whether they got to add strings or chords to something, like the producer got to finish the record. You know what I'm saying? Once you finish rapping, they got to produce the record. And it seemed like a lot of the young artists don't really know about that part. You know what I'm saying? Because they made it so accessible. You can go get Fruity Loops or whatever, get a laptop, and you can sit at your, you know what I'm saying? You can sit in your kitchen and make a beat, but you don't know how to produce. You don't know music theory. You know what I'm saying? Like all these different things are important. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a lot that goes into making the records that we really like. It wasn't no fly-by-night songs, man. Like that shit took hours and days, you know what I'm saying, and brainstorming, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a strategic
Yeah.
science to this.
Yeah.
A lot of hours behind
The
it.
hell,
A lot of
yeah.
higher hours.
That's why the
Okay.
songs that we like, we can listen to them 20 years later, and it still sound like it just came up, you know?
They were saying that Tupac, you know, he just went in and came out, you know, and he.
Yeah,
you
because
know,
he not a producer. He's a rapper.
Okay,
You know what I'm
I see
saying?
what you mean.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he said it one time. He was like, "Let the niggas who know how to fix the beats and all that." He said that shit on one of the little things when he was ranting one
I
time.
said my verse and now I'm about to go home.
The producer got to finish the record, man. Once you finish rapping, the producer got to. It's up to them to finish the album.
So it's really the producer that's the actual artist.
Yeah, the producer is the main. Look, the producer and the people that mix and master your record are the key components to your shit coming out flawless. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So then that means that Timberland would be like both of those.
Yeah, Timberland, I'm sure he knows all of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Timberland, he's from that school, you know?
From that school.
Yeah.
Okay.
They actually craft artists. Like some of the older engineers, they craft and build artists.
Well, they really had to know, you know, back then, you know, now everything is digital, but like just imagine going in the studio with a 64 track, you know what I'm saying, board, like a, what's it called, the XL, what's that? The board that you, what's it called? The board in the studio? The big ass mixer, right? So imagine if you had to know all of that shit manually. You had to go and twist all of them knobs one by one by one. You feel what I'm saying? Like they actually had to learn that, and now they made it too easy to where you can just press a few buttons. You know what I'm saying? And make the shit sound okay to you. But it's not, the quality ain't gonna be there if you don't really know the craft behind that. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, well, you know, I was just curious to know just the backing of it, because it seems like, you know, a lot of people would assume that it's just like you go in there, you make a song, you come out, you play it, and then you don't get plays or you don't get this or you don't get that. And it is good to know, like, about the actual producer is the one that's really putting it on.
I try to tell, like, all the young artists that I come across, I give them the truth, like, because I don't want you to put something out, and then when people don't respond to it the way you want them to respond, then you're gonna be mad because you didn't do the work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you got to really put the work in. You just have to. If you trying to have longevity in this music, you need to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Or find somebody that know what to do. You know? Yeah.
Okay. Well, I really just, you know, I'm glad to know a little more about that because I was curious. You know, it was kind of piquing my brain.
Yeah, it's deep.
I got a question. You think Mo should have stayed in the car or got out the car?
Who?
Mo 3.
Man,
Should have tried to ran
so
through.
he got out and ran when that boy pulled up on
in
him?
the middle of the freeway.
But he
You know,
thought,
it's hard to
but
say
he-
when you in a situation like that what you would do.
It was kind of weird
It's
because he hopped out and it looked like it's like why you didn't reach over in the glove compartment? Why you run around?
Oh, he ran out to get.
He got out and ran around the car.
Yeah, but if it
took the gun out of his car.
but if it wasn't there, then
He thought it was
you should have knew that before you even hopped out.
He thought it was under the floor.
On the floor?
He thought it was under the seat.
Yeah, see, I don't know too much about it, but I just know that it's easy to say what you would do when you ain't been through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't really know. It's sad that what happened to him, though. You know what I mean? Like, and then Yella Beezy in there going through what he going through as a result. You know, it's just,
There's
I don't know,
lots
man.
of
You can't do crimes with females. I'm gonna just tell you that's number one.
And
No
paying
female
people.
should be in your mix. If you talking about doing some murders or any, you taking a chance with a dude. You know what I'm saying already, let alone a female. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, this shit sad. I seen the video today and I'm like, bro, it was like, I don't know if you never been in a situation like that before. Or
Yeah.
To park on the freeway though,
On the
like
freeway.
what was you
And then jump
jump
out
out? Like what was you thinking? Like, I mean, we can't speculate on what he was thinking, but anybody that had been through some shit would
Right.
know I'm not getting out my car.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
wouldn't
think it
have
was-
stopped. I'd have
wouldn't
kept
stopped
pushing.
either.
I don't
like,
My car had to run out of gas.
I'd have ducked as far down as possible and just gun
My car would have to
You
run
know
out of
what I'm
gas, bro. I'm not stopping.
Yeah,
He had to have been,
slid
like-
on the other side of that of the truck and tried to get
Yeah,
on.
he had to have thought
He'd
that
been under
it
something.
was for sure under there.
Was the freeway crowded? Was he wasn't
It
able to
was
keep
a
going?
couple of cars that he could have maneuvered around and
Oh.
got around.
Yeah, I think the only way we seen it was like there was a semi truck
That was
that was behind it with a dash cam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
rest
I
in
just
peace to
think
him, man.
I
Like,
really
just
think like,
Yeah,
he had to be
rest in
under
peace.
the influence of something to be doing all that. Because I don't see how you can just hop out on the freeway like that. I don't see that.
That's-
Not unless you're not in your right mind. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot, when you see death in front of you, you ain't gonna be in your right mind sometimes.
that's
you know?
that's my whole point. Like I say, it's hard to say what a person would do in that situation. We can say it right now because we ain't going through it, but
Yeah.
if it happened, who knows how you
knows
gonna
how
react?
you
You
would
know what I mean?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yep. So what's the next topic, Cuzzo?
So, I kind of just wanted to touch bases on this thing you're going through with the Ramadan.
Yeah.
And I just want to know, like, when it comes to this, right?
Uh-huh.
How do you build up your actual, like, I don't know, like I guess what I'm trying to say is, how do you stay consistent? You know what I'm saying, with doing this
Well,
for this long of a time frame?
I mean, I've been doing it for so long, so it's just a part of me now. You know what I mean? But Ramadan is the month that the Holy Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad. That's why it's such a sacred month. There's a night in this month. It's called the night of decree or the night of power. And they say the angels come down and they looking for people that's praying and anybody that's doing good. They looking to come and join you and encourage you. You know what I'm saying? To take your prayers back up to God. And so hopefully that you'll be answered for the things that you pray for. But it's a sacred time for us. Like, we're giving up something. It's like it's the only non-action in Islam because we're foregoing something. Everything else we're commanded to do something.
Okay.
This is something we're commanded to forego. It's like a non-action. And God said that he will reward us personally for this. You know what I'm saying? All the other things when we pray, we doing that's for ourselves. We can't add nothing to God's power. We can't take nothing away from his power. So the prayer is for you. You know what I'm saying? When you speak good, you do good, you read the Quran, all those things are for you. Fasting, God said, is specifically for him.
Mm-hmm.
And, he said that the reward for that, you know what I'm saying, if you do it sincerely and you do it correctly, that you're going to be surprised, you know what I'm saying, when you actually meet him, So
Okay.
for me, when I know Ramadan is coming, I kind of start putting it in my head like, okay, here we go. Because the first 2 weeks is always the toughest. Because you've been living your life, eating, doing all this stuff. And then you have to cut everything out. You know what I'm saying? So we don't just fast with our stomach. We fast with our eyes and our ears as well. And we fast with our tongue. We don't have useless conversations. We don't talk about war stories. You know what I'm saying? We don't watch TV. We don't watch stuff with nudity. We don't listen to vulgar music. So we fasting with everything because it's a spiritual time. It's like we emptying ourselves to fill ourselves up with something else. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what it is.
Okay. And does it change your mood at all?
Oh man, and like I said, the first 2 weeks you'll see people, they'll be a little uptight because you know how you hangry. You know what I'm saying? You're hungry and mad at the
Wait,
same
so
time.
you don't eat nothing?
No, like during the daylight hours, we don't eat no water. We don't drink water. You can't kiss. You can't really like engage your spouse. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You can't. You don't drink water. You don't eat food, and like I said, all the other things. You don't listen to vulgarity. You don't get involved. You don't listen to people talk about other people. You know what I'm saying? All those different things, because that's called backbiting in Islam. And they described it as eating the flesh of another person when you talk about somebody behind their back and you saying things about them that might offend them. It's called. It's like eating the flesh of the person. That's how serious God takes it.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, wow. I mean, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was that deep.
And that's in March?
Nah, at Ramadan, see, we go Islamically. We go by the lunar calendar, so it fluctuates
28
every year. It can be at any time. So it's like every year. I think it goes back 10 days, and then it'll go all the way around. You know what I'm saying, in the full cycle.
So
sometimes.
it's 30 days, or
It could be 29 or 30 days. We go. So once we see at sunset, once we spot that crescent, you know, the crescent that you see affiliated with Islam a lot.
Okay.
At sunset, that crescent appears in the sky, and it tells us every month that come in. So people go sit up in the mountains with their binoculars and telescopes, and sometimes you can see it from your house if you got a clear way. It's only going to appear for like 2 or 3 minutes. You'll see a crescent appear, and then when we see that, we start to fast at night. So that means that morning before the sun come up, we have to fast. And then it goes out the same way. So tomorrow, if they see the crescent, that means it's the end of Ramadan for us.
So since you said that, let me ask you this: would you say the religion of Islam is connected with astrology?
To a degree, because God is the creator of everything, so astrology belongs to Him, you know. But it's not in the way that people take astrology today, no. But that God said He put those things there as signs for us. The moon, the stars, all those things are signs in a way to navigate through the earth. You know what I'm saying? That's how people navigate through the sea, through the stars and things like that. That's really all it is. It ain't nothing more for us. It don't mean nothing too much more than that, other than God made it as well. You know?
Yeah, I've never heard it broke down like that.
Yeah, that's really all it is, as far as I know. Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, I just wanted people to understand, like, you know, it is a serious time when it comes to this. When people say Ramadan, it's like it really is.
And it's harder for like a person like me living in America, because you got to imagine if I was in Saudi Arabia, everybody's fasting. I'm
so you're not the only one.
Yeah, so I'm like the only. You know what I mean? Like, as y'all see, I be with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just living y'all life, and I'm just over here like, here we go.
What time is it?
So it's a little bit more challenging. You know what I'm saying?
Makes you stronger.
Yeah, of course. That you have to be stronger. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But I love it though.
So, with that being said, thank you so much for sharing that, because I did want, you know, I wanted to just touch base with that, because I know it is a sacred time for you.
Absolutely.
And I want people just to understand that you're actually doing something to still, you know, bring yourself to your people, but it's like this is something that you're doing sacredly, and like you pray all the time.
Yeah, I do. I have to. Like, I encourage y'all to pray as well. Like,
always.
I would encourage y'all just to investigate. You know what I'm saying? All the religions. You know what I'm saying? And see which one makes sense to you. See which one register to you. Because that's what I did. I didn't just pick Islam. I investigated everything: Catholicism, Judaism, Buddhism. You know what I'm saying? I didn't just make a choice. But Islam was the one that registered with me the most. You know what I'm saying? It made the most sense. But you got to understand, look, I'm preparing for my death. I'm not preparing for my life. You know, a lot of people, we talk about the things we want now, but we going into eternity. No matter if God gave you everything tomorrow, you're going to die sooner or later, right? You're never coming back from there. Everything you got with you, you're going to leave it behind. That's more important to me than what I got here right now.
Right.
So that's what Islam give me. It makes you focus, like we supposed to think about death every day, multiple times a day, because it keeps you in check.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just, you know, coming from the hood, we get mad, somebody make us mad, we want to go dirt them, right? You can't just do that. God gonna hold you accountable for that.
Yeah.
And who made you God on earth to tell you know what I'm saying, to dictate when somebody live and die, you know?
Right.
So, you know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that.
Make a lot of sense.
But I do want to talk about this, though, and I want to know what your opinion is and what you guys feel. R. Kelly in jail, right?
Yeah.
And he actually just did
An album?
an album. Well, he did a remix song with Chris Brown.
I heard that.
Residuals.
I heard that.
And basically the backstory behind this Residuals is that his company hasn't given him any money.
Okay.
They took his money. He's asking for his money. He wants the money on his books. And if you listen to the song, he's asking for his money.
Yeah.
How y'all feel about that? Do you think it's wrong?
That's very wrong. Because look, you got to look at Angie Stone. Angie Stone just died behind the same thing. They're investigating her accidental death as a murder now.
Oh,
Because the lady got hit with the butt. I seen the truck.
It's a lot of crazy stuff involved with that, man.
I heard about it, but I didn't know they were investigating it.
Yeah, it wasn't at first, and then a couple of days later, because they found guns in the car.
Angie Stone.
It was 3 guns in the car. There's something up with the driver dude, you know what I'm saying, and the person that booked him. It's a gang of you know, a gang of underhanded stuff.
She wasn't in the car. The lady helped her
she
out
got
the
out.
car.
Yeah,
They
told her to
lying
sit
about that
down.
though. They lying about that.
They lying about the lady?
Yeah, it's like 3 people that said they helped her get her out the car.
Yeah, they helped
So-
her get her, and then she got hit by a truck after that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like it's like
So
so Allahu A'lam, you know. But justice for her.
would you think everything is about the money?
Yeah, for sure. When it's millions of dollars,
They
and then
owe
there's
R.
people
Kelly
that
a
can
lot
go
of
to
money.
jail for stealing your money. They can actually go to the feds for stealing your money for all of those years. Yeah,
So
it's
you
definitely
think
about
that's
that.
the same with Diddy too?
It could be that too. I think the De Leon thing with Diddy, when he got into it with them people and he started coming out. Same thing with Michael Jackson, talking about Tommy Mottola.
Yeah.
Look what happened. You know what I'm saying? So you dealing with people that,
Bill
you got to
Cosby.
understand, these people are still
Yes.
mafia, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote. They still a part of these little groups and secret societies, bro, and they mean business. They would really get rid of you before they pay
But
you,
I mean,
you know?
at least, you know, give R. Kelly something. You
Well,
know,
I heard,
put something on his books.
well, with R. Kelly, I heard that you know, he can't read, so like he
you
signed a
mean
bad contract.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
So, well, you,
Damn.
R. Kelly can't read.
Kelly?
Yeah.
yeah, that, I heard that as well. I heard
So
you
he's
couldn't
been
read.
making all these #1 hits and ain't.
But you
ain't-
know,
He-
talent
he can
come in a
freestyle.
lot of ways.
He literally, like they say, he's
He's-
a monster. Like you
He
know what
did
I'm
the
saying?
song with Chris Brown and the phone
over
in
the
jail.
phone.
So
the other little dude.
All right, look, we running out of time, y'all. We can start
Okay.
another one after this, but we kind of running
Man.
out of time. So look, this is BG Knocc Out TV. I'm BG Knocc Out,
it's your girl V Lavish.
It's your boy Trumaine.
Pakk.
and we out. We gonna catch y'all on the next one. What's the deal?
Peace.